I need to say like hello. All right, sorry. I'm really excited to do this tag. I've been wanting to do this tag for forever, I think. I feel like Rachel Marie has existed forever. But this is the Happily Ever After book tag. I'm incredibly excited to do it. I wasn't tagged in it. I mean, she was like, oh, you can do it if you'd like, in, you know, like the most friendly accent ever. I wasn't tagged in it officially, but I really wanted to do this tag. I thought it was fun. It was really unique. It involved like me bringing out the tin and answering questions, which takes half the work away from me, which is always nice. So I'm Jade of Jaded Reader, and this is the Happily Ever After book tag. So I'm sorry my lighting's a little weird, but it is what it is. The sun sets way earlier here now because we're rolling into fall. This isn't the time I normally film, and now I might have to film earlier if I want my same lighting. So that's good to know. I am ready to start this tag. I will have the prompts down below so you can follow along, but they kind of remind me of Mad Libs, which I loved growing up, only I don't have to like remember what an adverb is. I can instead just lift up this tin and put the answer in. You have a sentence having to do with Disney characters and a blank spot where the name goes. I have a list of fairly popular or beloved by me book characters in here, and instead of saying Ariel for the Little Mermaid, I will pick out of this tin different characters that end up going with that storyline. If I think that they will have a happy ending, then I'll say so. If not, and I think it would be an utter disaster, then I will let you know. I also have the questions here because I didn't memorize them. That seems hard. I drew Numair for the first one, and Numair, or Aram Draper, is from Tempest and Slaughter, the new book by Tamara Pierce. He also appears quite frequently in the Immortals series by Tamara Pierce as well. That, I have question 1. Sleeping Beauty. As Prince Numair storms the castle, they are attacked by a ferocious dragon. Will they have the courage to save their love? Yes. Numair specifically has experience with dragons. He also knows a lot about magical creatures and how to care and take care of them. So I'm pretty sure Numair has this under control, and I'm not really worried. So I count that as a happy ending. The second person I drew is Jupiter North from Nevermore, The Trials of Morrigan Crow by Jessica Townsend. Jupiter North is a really fun character to read. I would say he's a bit eccentric. He's a very mentor-y character, but I wouldn't say he's a traditional mentor to Morrigan Crow. So 2 is The Little Mermaid. Jupiter North is really half fish. Somehow not surprising. Will Prince Eric still want them? I actually feel like Jupiter North would not want Eric. I know a lot of people really love Prince Eric. Please do not downvote this video if you love Prince Eric. I'm sorry, I'll like take it all back. But I don't think Jupiter North would. I think that Jupiter North would find Eric very fickle and kind of shallow. And I don't think that they would have a happily ever after, because Jupiter North is really good at reading people and their intentions without getting any further into that, because I feel like it gets spoilery. But I don't think that Jupiter North would fancy Eric as much, and so wouldn't care if Eric still wanted him, even if Jupiter North was half fish. The fact that you even have to ask makes me think that Eric is as shallow as I say. For 3, I have Aza from Turtles All the Way Down. Aza is the main character in Turtles All the Way Down, and I found her to be a very likable character. She has OCD, and her book kind of centers around living her normal life and extraordinary life with OCD as she tries to find a wanted man to get the reward money. Which is a really weird way of describing Turtles All the Way Down, but I wouldn't say that summaries are my forte. 3, Aladdin. Princess Aza finds out Aladdin was really a rogue. Will they still fall for him? I don't think Aza would really appreciate the dishonesty of Aladdin, and she just doesn't really have time for it. She has a lot going on in her life, and I just don't know if Aladdin's good qualities would outweigh it for her. I feel like he also probably doesn't bathe as often as she could stand, and he is very much so a grand gesture romantic, and I feel like that would give her major anxiety. So I'm gonna say no. Not a happily ever after ending for Aza and Aladdin. though I do like the alliteration of their names. All right, next up is Henry from the Raven Cycle series. Henry doesn't come in till later, so I won't say a whole bunch about him, but I feel like this is an unpopular opinion. I actually really like Henry. I found that I had a lot in common with Henry, and he has an extreme fascination with bees. I like bees. Bees are like one of my favorite things. Henry fits into this prompt, Beauty and the Beast. The Beast starts to show his soft side, and Henry can see his vulnerabilities. Would they react the same or trick him to escape? I don't know how Henry feels romantically, if he feels romantically. I feel like Henry is definitely more focused on the individual and their character, so I think Henry would be fascinated by the Beast and breaking down those walls. So I will say that, yeah, he'd probably stick around to see how it went. I don't think he'd come up with an escape plan. I think he is very much so a social scientist and would want to see how it all went down. So I'll say tentatively a happy ending for Henry and the Beast. This is like so absurd to put these characters in these situations. Like, I love it. I absolutely love it. Next one, this is for 5. We are halfway through. Suzette from Little and Lion. Suzette is the main character in Little and Lion by Brandy Colbert. She is newly discovering she is bisexual, is coming back home from boarding school. There's been a lot of changes happening in her family, and it's her kind of adapting and getting to know kind of who she is, as well as adapting to their new family dynamics. So I really like Suzette, and this is her prompt, which is number 5, The Lion King. Suzette realizes Simba has been alive in the Outlands all this time. Will they be able to forgive him? Suzette is a very forgiving character. I feel like Suzette or Little is able to really have a lot of empathy for different characters and is always willing to kind of find out why they are reacting the way they are reacting. So yes, I think Suzette would be very understanding of Simba and they figure it out. Not only that, but oh my god, I just realized Simba is a lion! Suzette, Little and Lion? What? I went through this entire prompt not realizing she's little and Simba's a lion. Yeah, happily ever after. That's great. I'm so glad that worked out for me. I was slow to the uptake, but we're here. Next, 6. I got the Lion Cat from Saga. I love the Lion Cat. The Lion Cat is a creature of few words in the Saga series, but is immensely useful, and I think it gives a lot of comic relief. But there was a scene, I believe it was in volume 2 of Saga. There's just a really sweet moment. I love the Lion Cat. I think I've made that abundantly clear. I can move on. 6. Cinderella. Prince Lion Cat discovers that Cinderella was the girl at the ball, but she appears to be a maid. Will they still want her? Lion Cat would have made up their mind at the ball because Lion Cat would have known that Cinderella was lying. If Lion Cat has decided to discover that Cinderella is where she is, then Lion Cat has already made up their mind and has decided to be with Cinderella, so that was solved pretty quickly. Next one, Helene from Ember and the Ashes. Now, I just finished Torch Against the Night. I really like Helene. I don't know if that's unpopular or not because I've been staying away from like Ember and the Ashes like opinions because I don't want any spoilers whatsoever. I just want to go in fresh. But I very much so like Helene. While I don't always agree with her choices, I very much so understand them. She is an understood character to me. So the next one is 7, Mulan. Mulan is discovered impersonating a male warrior by Helene. Will she even survive the night? It would depend on how well Helene knew Mulan, or Mulan's character, and if anyone else knew. I feel like if Mulan is breaking the law and Helene is finding out about it where it's very isolated and she's the only one that knows, she might let Mulan escape. However, if it's made public and Helene's character is on the chopping block, I'm not sure if Mulan will last the night. Though it'd be a really good fight. Like that would be a good boss battle. I'd be down to watch that. All right. 8. Inej. Inej is from the Six of Crows duology. She is an assassin. She's, oh my gosh, she's super cool. I loved reading from her perspective. I just love Inej. I think she's a very beloved character, and she not only is an assassin, but she's kind of like a spy. She does a lot of covert things. So I love Inej's character. Interested to see where Inej is placed in all of this. Tangled. As Mother Gothel stabs Eugene and attempts to escape, will Inej agree to lifelong captivity in return for saving Eugene? Or will they seek their own freedom? Inej is all about her own freedom. She is not going to lock herself in a tower for a man. I love Tangled. I love Rapunzel. Love that entire story. That game ain't for Inej. I'm gonna say no for Happy Ever After, or yes for freedom. I'm not quite sure how I should answer that, but there was your answer. Oh, I'm on 9. There's only 2 more. Is this video horribly long? Oh, no, I'm only at 20 minutes without editing. This is gonna be fine. We're doing great, guys. Elias Viturius of Ember in the Ashes. He is the other perspective in the Ember in the Ashes series, along with Laia and Helene. Elias is very much so a noble character. He does not believe in the Marshals and the Empire. He instead is trying to oppose it. So I'll be interested to see, oh my god, this light is in my eyes. I can't see you. So I'll be interested to see what prompt goes with this, because Elias is a very specific type of character. Lady and the Tramp. Elias angrily confronts the tramp about his past girlfriends and failure to rescue them from the pound. But will they ever be able to forgive him? Okay, Elias is upset that the tramp has past girlfriends that he's left in the pound. All right, so he left his exes to pretty much die, and Elias is like upset about it. No, he's very, very noble, and that seems like one of those things where Elias would not be cool with it at all. He would at least not be on good terms with the tramp, or would be willing to even like be interested in further communication. And that's just my opinion. I haven't finished the series. That's the vibe I get from Elias Viturius. Last question, it's Hercules. If I remember correctly, Rachel Marie was like singing through this. You're welcome, because I'm not. She has a lovely singing voice. I got Ronan! I yelled. I'm yelling. I'm sorry. Ronan is given the ultimate choice to save the soul of the girl they love. Okay, I'm gonna switch some things around here. Ronan is given the ultimate choice to save the one they love, even though they, the one they love, is working with Hades. What will they decide? Now here's the thing. My first initial thought about Ronan, my first blanket statement is like, Ronan won't care if they're working with Hades. Like, he has a raven named Chainsaw. Here's the thing though. Ronan might care because Ronan is very religious, and Ronan gets uncomfortable even stepping into Blue Sergeant's home. Her home is filled with psychics, and Ronan gets really uncomfortable. He attends church regularly, and I believe really cares about his soul. I would assume because he has a fierce loyalty to the ones he loves, he would be willing to sacrifice himself, but to continue a relationship with someone that was working with Hades, I think maybe he might not. I'm not saying Ronan by any means is not willing to fight for the ones he loves or anything like that, but I feel like it would definitely hinder a relationship with somebody if they were in league with Hades. I feel like that might affect a lot of people. It would be interesting. So that is it. I finished this tag, and I'm actually really bummed that it's over. I could like laugh and do these all day. I can't see, but just know I really enjoyed this. Give me a second, I'm gonna figure out who I'm gonna tag, and I will have them listed down below. Thank you so much for watching. I need to tag people. I'm getting ahead of myself here, hold on. First off, I would love to tag A Court of Missing Books. I love Lauren. She's new to BookTube, and I would love to see her reactions to these different weird situations. So Lauren, you are tagged. Then I am tagging Sydney at Library Scented Life. She has such a lovely BookTube channel. I don't know how I stumbled across her, but I love every single one of her videos. She just seems like the sweetest human being. And so Sydney, you are tagged. Again, thank you for joining Twitter. But you can find Library Scented Life as well listed down below. And then finally, I'm going to tag Olivia's Catastrophe. She always comments on my videos. We have correspondence going back and forth through the comments, and I've really enjoyed it, and I just really enjoy her videos. So Olivia, I'm also tagging you, and I'm going to get out of the sun now. Thank you so much for for watching. I hope you're enjoying the sun or more stars wherever you are. Until next time, bye! Ugh, my screen is dirty. All you tech gurus out there, my boyfriend included, did not just see me lick my finger and then lick the screen. It's fine. Did I rant? I probably ranted. I ranted. I'm sorry. These are so much fun, Rachel. Like, I love this tag. As Mother Gothel stabs Eugene and attempts... Oh yeah, I forgot that happened. Okay, alright. Rereading. I hear the trash truck. Oh, I'm doing so well. I just want to keep going. Oh, it's loud though. Do I make you endure the trash truck? Or do I stop the video and wait for it to leave? I'm just gonna hope for the best here. Oh, but I can hear it. All right, I'm pausing. I don't want to pause though.